Hello YouTubers, Felix here, and welcome to the 9th episode of King of the Hill. Today we have another mountain stage, but this stage is not actually a mountain stage. The finish is so flat, we're gonna be seeing a sprint finish, that's my guess. We're gonna have the challenger today, SteveSmink, who's going with Katusha, gonna try to win this with Daniel Moreno and Rodriguez. Then we have the King of the Hill, Xenon, who's gonna go with Team Sky. The Sky leader train will finally be a thing. Let's see if he's actually gonna do it. I think they have a chance of actually sprinting with the Sky leader train. This one's gonna be exciting, guys. Don't sip away. And the 9th episode of King of the Hill is officially underway. Let's take a look at the teams. We have the defending champion Xenon being Sky. He's gonna have Christopher Froome, Cataldo Henao, Nearport and Wiggins in his lead-out train. I think he brought Kirjenka and Everbosenhagen to pace on the flat part in case Katusha win the breakaway, which is our challenger, SteveSmink. He's gonna have Rodriguez, Caruso, I don't even know much of these guys, Moreno, Spielak and Trevimov. I guess Paulinho could kind of it, but he actually works like, he's gonna work like what is it called? He's gonna be SteveSmink's version of Everbosenhagen Kirjenka. He's gonna be pacing on the flat part with Ignacio. We're gonna see how this is gonna go. I don't think neither of these will actually go in the breakaway. They will just wait for the finish and make a leader train. This stage is very difficult. I've simulated it before in MLC Vuelta a España. This stage all comes down to being in the front and that last, you see that last little hill, last little point up there? You gotta be in the front. It took them a long time, but finally some action. SteveSmink decided, I no longer want to pace for you, Xenon. I'm gonna attack, and he attacked with Yuri Trofimov. If this guy gets all the way to the Gropa, he can actually win the stage, but I doubt a guy like Xenon would miss this opportunity. And yes, he's now put Bosenhagen in the front to pace, and he actually also brought Wiggins in the front to pace. He's got 77 flat, not a bad choice, but I would probably go for Kirjenka instead and keep Wiggins for later. But this is whatever Bosenhagen was brought here for. Not to pace up the category 3, not to pace up that mountain, but to pace in the flat parts. At the peak of the category 3, Yuri Trofimov and the other breakaways have 1 minute on the peloton, and Everbosenhagen's pace down here is just killing everyone. I can imagine some of the guys in the peloton actually being hurt from this, because not all everyone from SteveSmink's team's gotta go flat. You see a guy like Rodriguez, he's got 67 flat, so he's gotta use some efforts to try and follow this pace, but also, Froome has gotta be feeling this. But Froome is a tempo machine. He's got 73 flat, so he's not feeling it as much as Rodriguez, but he's still feeling it. Now that the breakaway have been caught, oh, actually see Xenon going counterattack. Kirjenka, the guy I thought would be pacing, is counterattacking. But one thing I forgot to mention is the wind is 30 meters per second, or whatever that countermeasure is. I don't really know what it is. I'm just assuming it's meters per second. But that you can feel that, and it's coming from the side, I guess. No, it's actually coming head on. So they have to use a lot of effort to stay in the front of the peloton. And a guy like Christoph, he was brought to pace like this, but his efforts are gonna go way, way faster with the wind coming from almost straight on, face on. But now it's to the sides, so watch out for the echelons, because they can now happen. This is not a cobblestone stage, but that is not going to rule out echelons. Once again, the breakaway has been neutralized. Let's see if SteveSmink is going to go counterattack. I doubt he's going to do it. With 50 kilometers left, you're not going to get anywhere with attacking and just waiting a guy. And yes, it looks like SteveSmink is going to play his odds with Jay Rodriguez in the end, going up against Froome in a sprint. And I would say he's got the better hand, because Froome's acceleration is 76, while Rodriguez is 82, which is really, really good. But as I said earlier, when you come, oh, actually I have Everbosenhagen attacking, but what I said earlier, if you go up that last part, that very last steep part, you gotta be in the front of the peloton, because you're not, sprinting is not one of the big sides, but you gotta stay in the front. Position is everything, and Christoph just keeps on pacing. 50 kilometers left, nothing is decided yet. Passing on to the 20-kilometer banner, Everbosenhagen has approximately 50 seconds, but that is decreasing very fast down to the peloton. We see Ignacio pacing in the front of the peloton. Down here, if we take a look how the big favorites are doing, we have Froome being protected by Cataldo, and we have Moreno protecting, no, never mind, we actually have Paulinho protecting Rodriguez. But I would say that Xenon has the better hand, because he's got so many guys he can go with. Oh, he's actually, no, never mind, Spielak is off, Spielak is off. Xenon's got to react to this. Spielak can actually win this stage, and if he catches up to Everbosenhagen, Spielak's going to have a good chance. This is a very good guy to attack with. He already have a minute on the peloton. Xenon is sleeping. This guy can go so fast up that mountain, and I don't think that Froome will be able to catch him. 50 kilometers to go. Can SteveSmink pull this off? This is a very interesting move. I like this very much. Xenon has to pace with some of these big mountain guys, because you're not going to be able to catch a minute on Spielak, because The gradients on this mountain is not that high, so we will see Speedlight going just as fast as Froome. And this is more the hill stats mattering than mountain stats, I'd assume. We'll see how it's gonna go. The mountain is hitting any second. They're gonna turn right, and here is the mountain. 1 minute up to Speedlight. I wouldn't almost pace. If I was SteveSmink, I would just relax, just counter pace. But it looks like he's gonna go for it. He thinks his chances are good with Rodriguez. He's got 4 guys going already. He's got 4 guys going, and in the front he's got Speedlight. He's sitting in such good shape. It looks like Cena's not gonna be able to follow this. But where's Froome? Where's Froome? Froome is down there being protected by Nivor Port. But all the way in the front, we have Rodriguez going off. Rodriguez is leaving him behind. He's got a 20-second gap down to the peloton. All the way in the front. No, see him slam with Speedlight. That was such a good attack, and he did not realize that was gone, Cenon. This is bad. That's bad for business for Cenon. 9 kilometers left. Simon Speedlight is still looking good, and you still have Rodriguez and Moreno in the front. I would almost wait with Speedlight and let him protect Rodriguez, and then go off with that. But the AI is helping Cenon as it looks like this, because Costa just caught Rodriguez. Costa just caught him. That's sad. That's really sad. Moreno's now protecting Rodriguez. What is he doing? Is he just going for Speedlight all the way in the front? That'd be a risky move, because we see now that Froome is getting to the front, and I told you it's all about position. They're nearing that spot where it's all about position. They really gotta get to the front. Rodriguez has to get up in front of Froome if he wants to do anything, but he still has Moreno, and he still's got Speedlight. Where's Rodriguez though? Rodriguez is gone. He's gonna go for Moreno. This is a weird move, but I guess he's gotta do it. 30 seconds down here. He's gonna go for Moreno while having Simon Speedlight in the front. 6 kilometers left. They're getting so close to that crucial point. You can almost see it in the distance. Right up there, and you turn right, and it's right there. But Froome is attacking. Froome and Port are getting away from Moreno. Where's Rodriguez? SteveSmink was sleeping. You had Rodriguez, and you're now wasting efforts just to get back up here. I think he just used all his red. But he's on the wheel of Froome. But how is he gonna do this? 3 kilometers left. SteveSmink played this really poorly, in my opinion, and Froome is just leaving him behind. It looks like Cenon's going to be a defending champion once again. Moreno and Speedlight are both done. Rodriguez has to pull something off, and this is where you need to be in the front. This is where you need to have the best possible position. Froome used no efforts. Froome has got all red, all yellow, all green. This one, Cenon's got in the bag. Rodriguez really needs to do something, but it looks like Cenon's gonna take this. If only SteveSmink had Rodriguez in the front, he could have done something. But Froome can now start to sprint, and you can see the finish line out there, and he can soon reach his arms up in the air and say he won this stage. If you think you got what it takes to Cenon, and you're not SteveSmink, put your name in the comment section below, and I'll maybe give you a try. It's gotta be something like an adjuvant, like a Skype name, Steam name, PCM name, something like that. Thank you guys for watching. Well played, SteveSmink. Well played, our defending champion Cenon. Let's see what it's gonna be next time on King of the Hill.